Imagine celebrating your birthday, expecting joy and laughter, only to be met with a horrifying encounter that leaves you chilled to the bone. Today, we delve into the shadowy corners of reality, where true birthday horror stories lurk. These are tales of real people, whose special days turned into eerie nights that they will never forget. Expect suspense, expect fear, and expect the unexpected. This is not your typical birthday party. Are you ready to step into the shadows of these chilling tales? Our first tale takes us to an ordinary birthday party that took an extraordinarily terrifying turn. Picture a typical suburban home, decked out in streamers and balloons, filled with the laughter and excitement of a child's birthday party. The scent of freshly baked cake wafting through the air, the clamor of children playing, and the hum of parents chatting away. Nothing could have prepared them for the chilling events that were about to unfold. As the party drew on, the atmosphere began to shift subtly. The lights flickered for no apparent reason. An unseasonal chill swept through the room, leaving goosebumps on the arms of guests. Objects seemed to move on their own, a glass tipping over, a door creaking open, a balloon popping unexpectedly. The children's laughter began to quiver with unease. The adults exchanged puzzled, uneasy glances. Then came the strange sounds, a soft whispering that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. A low growl, a high-pitched giggle, an eerie lullaby that floated on the edge of hearing. It was as if the house itself had come alive, whispering secrets in a language only it understood. The crowning moment of terror, however, was the sighting of a phantom-like figure. It was seen from the corner of the eye, a fleeting shadow, a flicker of movement. It was there and then it wasn't, leaving behind a lingering sense of dread. The figure was tall, shrouded in a spectral mist, with eyes that seemed to glow with an otherworldly light. As quickly as it all began, it ended. The lights stopped flickering, the strange sounds ceased, the phantom-like figure vanished. The partygoers were left shaken, their joyous celebration tainted by an unshakable fear. The question remains, what was the cause of these incidents? The skeptics among us might dismiss it as a series of coincidences, a prank set up by a mischievous guest, or the product of overactive imaginations. But what if it was something more, something beyond our understanding? Could it have been a prank, or was it something more sinister? Next, we venture into a story of an uninvited guest who brought fear instead of presents. Imagine a cheerful birthday party, laughter echoing around the room, the soft glow of candles on the cake illuminating the faces of friends and family. But amidst the merriment, a figure lurks in the shadows, an uninvited guest, a stranger whose presence transforms the joyous occasion into a chilling horror story. The evening started like any other, with a house full of guests, the air thick with the aroma of freshly baked cake, and the sound of cheerful chatter filling the room. But as the night grew darker, so did the atmosphere. A strange figure, cloaked in an eerie calmness, made its way through the crowd, and soon enough it became apparent that this individual was not known to anyone at the party. The stranger's behavior was odd, to say the least. They kept to themselves, lingering in corners, watching the party unfold with a detached interest that left the guests feeling uneasy. Their eyes, cold and distant, seemed to hide a sinister secret. Their silence, more than their presence, sent shivers down everyone's spine. As the night wore on, the guests became increasingly anxious. The lights flickered, the wind howled, the laughter died down, and the room was filled with an uncomfortable silence. It was as if the house itself was reacting to the uninvited guest. The birthday celebrant, trying to keep their composure, approached the stranger, asking them to leave. The stranger simply smiled, a chilling, bone-deep grin that froze the room over. In that moment, the fear was palpable, a tangible entity that clung to every corner of the room. And then, as abruptly as they had appeared, the stranger was gone, leaving behind a room full of terrified guests and a birthday party that would forever be remembered for all the wrong reasons. Who was this uninvited guest and what were their intentions? This next tale is one of a birthday curse that turned a celebration into a nightmare. Imagine a day that's supposed to be filled with laughter, joy, and cake, instead filled with dread and fear. This is the reality for a person we'll call Alex. Now, Alex wasn't always afraid of birthdays. In fact, he used to love them. But year after year, strange and terrifying events began to occur on his special day, making him dread its arrival. It started subtly. On his 16th birthday, a glass inexplicably shattered in his hand, cutting him. On his 17th, he was nearly hit by a speeding car. His 18th was marked by a house fire that started from a birthday candle. These were just the beginning of a string of horrifying events that would plague his birthdays. As the years went by, the events escalated. On his 21st birthday, he woke up in the middle of the night, paralyzed, to the sight of a shadowy figure at the end of his bed. On his 23rd, he heard eerie whispers in his ear, wishing him a happy birthday in the most chilling way possible. Each year, the dread of what might happen on his birthday grew stronger. He stopped celebrating, stopped telling people when it was his birthday. He'd spend the day in a state of high alert, waiting for the horror to strike. And it always did. Now, you might be thinking, surely these are just coincidences. Bad things happen to people all the time. And maybe you're right, but Alex doesn't believe in coincidences anymore. He can't shake the feeling that he's been cursed, that some unseen force has marked his birthday as a day of terror. So he lives each year in fear of his birthday, the day that should be a celebration of life, but for him is a reminder of the terror that awaits him. Is it just a string of bad luck? Or is there a more ominous explanation? Our final story tells the tale of a birthday seance that summoned more than just spirits. Imagine a group of friends all gathered together to celebrate a birthday. The night was young, spirits were high, and someone proposed an idea that would forever change their lives. The birthday girl, a fan of the occult, suggested they conduct a seance. An innocent game, they thought, a little thrill to spice up the party. Little did they know, they were about to experience the most terrifying night of their lives. The friends circled around the table, hands joined, the room dimly lit by flickering candles. The birthday girl, acting as the medium, began to recite the incantations she'd found in an old book. The room grew colder, and a sense of unease settled in. The candles flickered wildly as if alive, but they continued. Suddenly the room fell into an eerie silence, broken only by the whimpering of the birthday girl. She claimed to see a figure, a shadowy form that was neither man nor beast. Then, chaos erupted. Objects flew across the room, the lights flickered on and off, and an unearthly growl echoed through the house. Fear gripped them as they tried to break the circle, but an unseen force held them together. The birthday girl was in a trance, her eyes glazed over, speaking in a voice that wasn't hers. She relayed a message from the spirit, a warning before she collapsed. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, it was over. The room returned to normal. The birthday girl woke up disoriented, with no memory of what had happened. The friends left the party shaken, vowing to never mess with the unknown again. But the question remains, what did they summon that night? What message did the spirit convey? These questions haunt them to this day, a chilling reminder of the birthday seance. Was it just a game gone wrong, or did they truly awaken something from the other side? As we leave these chilling tales behind, we are reminded that horror can lurk even in the midst of celebration. Let's take a moment to reflect on the stories we've just heard, the unsettling narratives that have left an indelible mark on our psyche. The birthday party phantom, a spectral entity that turned a joyous occasion into a night of terror. The phantom's eerie presence, its haunting whispers, and the chilling cold it left behind served as a stark reminder that not all uninvited guests are of the living. Then there was the tale of the uninvited guest, a stranger whose menacing presence and uncanny knowledge of the birthday boy's secrets left everyone in a state of dread. His inexplicable disappearance, leaving behind only a chilling message, still sends shivers down our spine. The birthday curse, a tale of a family plagued by a sinister tradition, where a birthday marked the beginning of a year of misfortune. The eerie pattern of tragedy that followed each celebration was a grim reminder of the power of curses. And finally, the birthday seance, a chilling tale of an attempt to commune with the departed, that instead opened a doorway to something much more malevolent. We encourage you to share your own experiences or thoughts in the comments. Remember, the next time you celebrate a birthday, be careful what you invite in. Until next time, stay safe and keep the lights on.